All right, so this video is on the Libra woman and my experiences with the Libra women. Um, so let's get it started. So the name of the video is going to be Into the Mind of the Libra Woman. And I wrote down my notes. I always write down hella notes about pretty much everything just so I can have a clear understanding of things. So a Libra woman, for example, can be very masculine, but still feminine. All right, so a lot of the time, a Libra woman, they kind of walk to the beat of their own drum, and that's for every air sign. That's for Aquariuses, Geminis, and Libras. They walk to the beat of their own drum, and they're very unique and very different to people. And a lot of the time, they're very unreadable because their personality can flip flop so much. That's lots of air signs. Aquariuses do that, Libras do that, Geminis do that. It's just an air sign thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to just sit there and just read them without talking to them usually, because their attitudes are so unique. A lot of the time, Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius like to be super duper unique and different from all the other signs. That's an air sign thing. I used to think it was just an Aquarius thing, but all air signs kind of low key do that. And all air signs are kind of low key into the same stuff. Like they might watch anime and stuff like that. But the Libra woman is not a, what's the word I'm looking for? She's not a people pleaser, okay? And she's also not a womanist or a feminazi. I can't say the actual word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They understand that like women are annoying sometimes. Like they'll be like, bro, that chick over there is so freaking annoying. Like you could say that and they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that about women. They don't do that because they're like, bro, she is hella annoying. Like I'm not going to lie. So that's one thing. Another thing is Libra women will copy whatever the most successful man does to become successful. So, like I said, they're not looking at stuff from one train of thought. They're not looking at stuff from one point of view. They're looking from all points of views of how things can help them. So they don't mind being friends with dudes. They don't mind looking at dudes as inspiration. Like instead of looking at like a WNBA player as inspiration, they'll look at like a guy one. They'll be like, I love Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. I love Michael Jordan. I love Allen Iverson. Like they don't care. They're not about to be acting like other women. They kind of like to go their own way and do their own thing, and be their own person, which usually attracts a lot of guys. A lot of dudes are very attracted to that because they're like, oh, you kind of like me a little bit. Let me see what else. Attitude wise, a lot of Libras are pretty chill and laid back, similar to the Virgo women. Very chill, very laid back, but it's kind of a different type of laid back. Virgo women can sometimes be a little strict, about stuff. They have to like really feel comfortable. Let me see. But like when you have a conversation with a Libra woman, they don't mind talking about sex and talking about like esoteric stuff. As long as the conversation is interesting, they actually like it. So they're not like, for example, you could say some freaky stuff and they're not about to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. And they're not going to do that. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do that. This is similar to the Leos, the Aquariuses, and the Pisces. Those are other signs I've realized that you could talk freaky to, and they're not going to make a big deal about it. They'll actually talk to you about the freakiness. They'll give you like their perspective on it. So that's something I like about Leos, Aquariuses, and Pisces as well. Um, you know, like I said, they're not going to overreact to that stuff. They're also not going to overreact. Like if you give them a compliment that can be perceived as a little sexual, they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you said that. Like for example, if you tell them they got a nice ass or something, they're not going to overreact. They'll smile and be like, thank you, I appreciate that. Like that's my personal experience. They don't overreact to like sexual conversations or you talking freaky. They don't do that. I'm specifically talking about the black ones, by the way. I date mostly black women, so it is what it is. Now let's get to appearance. So the black Libras are very, very gorgeous. They're usually that perfect shade of brown skin, like that golden brown. Y'all know what I'm talking about? They're usually that perfect golden brown skin. They usually have hourglass shape, nice legs with no blemishes, beautiful feet. They usually have like literally the body that most women want. They usually have. It is what it is. Let me see. They usually also have exotic eyes. That is something I've noticed as well. Even if they just have normal brown eyes, it's like there's something about them that makes them look more exotic. They usually don't wear a lot of makeup. They usually have very smooth skin, no blemishes at all, nice hands, nice arms. Like they usually are a pretty decent height too, like 5'6", 5'7". Let me see, what else do I have here? They're usually not weird about touching like Scorpios are. Scorpios are usually like awkward and weird about like you touching them for some reason. That's what I've experienced. Because one of my homies, he said he's never experienced them acting weird about that. But in my experience, Scorpios act weird when you like try to give them a hug and stuff. But yeah, as long as they're cool with you, they usually don't mind touching. Like they'll give you a hug. They don't mind. They might need one. Now in the next video, I'm gonna tell you about how their temper is and freaky wise how they are. So stay tuned.